What is popping, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Avengers Endgame and the future of Marvel as we know it. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of this content. And also, if you do want to enter the latest giveaway for the month of March, we are giving away an Infinity Gauntlet at the end of March. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel with notifications on and let me know down below, what do you love about trailer 2? So, if you're like me, you want to attend the Avengers Endgame premiere, but they don't just let anyone in. So, Chris Evans seems like he's teaming up with Amazo.com. I did put a link to it in my stories on Instagram at Warstu. All you have to do is swipe up. Basically, there's kind of a competition, but it's for a charity. You can win a pretty epic prize. So, joining Captain America, aka Chris Evans, on the red carpet at the premiere for Marvel's Avengers Endgame. Be amongst the first to find out what's happened after the snap, who will live, who will die, what happened to Cap's beard. Take home a replica of the Captain America shield signed by Chris Evans. Be flown out to a top secret location and put up in a 4-star hotel, which is pretty cool. So all you have to do is buy tickets ranging from, I think it's $10 all the way up to something like $5,000, but it's for charity. So even if you don't win, it's for a pretty good cause, and you've got a chance to be on that red carpet event with all them celebrities, most likely for LA, but it says top secret location. So that is on my stories on Instagram at Warstu. Just swipe up and enter. It is for a really good cause. You and a friend could go and watch Avengers Endgame before anyone with Captain America himself, which is pretty damn awesome. So yesterday, there was a lot of big stories. The biggest story being Marvel has now acquired the acquisition for the Disney Fox deal has gone through. So now Disney own Fox, which is going to be pretty awesome. We found out that Mr. Kevin Feige himself has called Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3 the Infinity Saga, which is pretty cool. They wanted to wrap it up. That Empire magazine's coming tomorrow, and I will be breaking that down tomorrow. So that is pretty interesting. So as we know, as we go into the next phase, I don't actually think it's going to be called Phase 4, but we've got the potential, the possibility to have some of your favorite characters ever. The X-Men, Fantastic Four, Deadpool himself, The Simpsons, Avatar. Okay, let's not get too crazy. Come on, more Stu. Calm down. So yeah, we're not going to get Avatar or Simpsons in it, but we might get Alien, Predator. No, joking. Right, let's get on with it. So in theory, we could have anyone show up in a post-credit scene. In theory, Galactus, Magneto, any of them characters. Now think about it. How cool would it be to have Iron Man go against Magneto? See, the problem here is we are going into the next phase, and the original Avengers are the focus. Kevin Feige has confirmed they are the focus of this movie, because for some of them, it's going to be their last outing in the Avengers franchise, in the Marvel movie world. So it's a catch-22, so to speak. Although I don't want them to rush the X-Men Fantastic Four through. If some retire, don't want to do any more movies, you're never going to see Tony Stark, for example, Tony Stark's version of Iron Man under the actor of Robert Downey Jr., go up against someone like Magneto. So in theory, they should do something if someone is stepping away and going to retire, because Kevin Feige did give an official update of essentially the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Essentially, he said this: Feige confirmed that Brie Larson's version of Carol Danvers will be the forefront of the MCU going forward. He essentially said this: when we found out that Brie Larson might be interested in joining our universe, our world, we had a number of meetings. She was a huge fan of the character in the comic. One of the highlights of my career at Marvel was introducing her at Comic-Con and having her come on stage, stand there with literally almost everybody else from our movies. There she was at the forefront, and it was a great foreshadowing, not just for how audiences are going to embrace Brie as this character, but also for how Captain Marvel is going to take the lead and be the forefront of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's fair to say that things are not going to be the same. No one is safe. No one is immune to death. They have implied that there could be some major deaths happening in Endgame because they're wrapping up the entire Infinity Saga. which it's a really fascinating time, but a scary time as a Marvel fan. I understand it, guys. I get you. You don't want to get rid of Captain America, Iron Man, all these great characters. I don't think they're going to do that, but they're going to go on the back burner. Obviously, it'll be Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Black Panther going forward. But that's fantastic because you've got characters like Shuri. So now we know that from a financial point of view, the Captain Marvel movie in less than 2 weeks has already grossed over $700 million and it's already smoking it at the box office. So it's a very interesting time. Very interesting time. But Feige also had this to say. It's no surprise to die-hard followers of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that a change was coming after Avengers Endgame. Feige is being pretty upfront that Avengers Endgame would have a definitive ending. In an interview with the Toronto Sun in July, this was said. But storylines can come to an end. The best stories do come to an end. Return of the Jedi was an ending for a long time, and as a 10-year-old in the 1983, that carried me through to 30 years until there was a sequel. That hasn't happened before in the superhero genre. A new actor comes in and a new storyline starts right away. We wanted to do this way because we think that the best stories have a definitive ending to a storyline, and that's certainly what's going to take place next year in Avengers 4. Obviously, this was written in July last year, but the points are valid. I think people need to accept that a change is coming. Of course a change is coming. We now have the X-Men. We now have Fantastic Four. We now have Deadpool in the Marvel franchise when they can release them. But I really hope someone like Galactus or Magneto gets to share some screen time with Iron Man, even if it's just a teaser. Obviously, I'm on the fence. I don't want them to rush into things. It's clear with people like Chris Evans saying stuff like, officially wrapped Avengers 4. It was an emotional day, to say the least. Playing this role for over the last 8 years has been an honor to everyone in front of the camera and behind the camera and in the audience. Thank you for the memories. Eternally grateful. And then he later backtracked. But essentially, we know he's stepping away because in a different interview, he was like, you want to get off that train before you are pushed. So there is going to be a cosmic change. No pun intended. We know they are going more cosmic in the next phase of Marvel movies. I don't believe they're going to be calling it Phase 4. So they will be announcing some stuff at Comic-Con with Kevin Feige and Hall H on Saturday. I will actually be there. 99% sure that I will be there. So if anyone wants to say, yo, what's up? Just come say, yo, what's up? So we should be there. We know we're getting the Black Widow movie. We know we're getting the Eternals movie, which is going to be set hundreds of thousands a year, like a prequel movie, so to speak. We know we are getting Spider-Man Far From Home in July. And we know we are getting Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with James Gunn back now. So does this mean that James Gunn is going to be really important to the MCU cosmic side like he was before? It's really fantastic that now they have the X-Men back. I know there's been so many blogs, Instagram, YouTube videos about Galactus, the Beyonder, but they really should set up something fantastic, because with the Infinity Saga, it's been 10 years in the building to get to Thanos to a point where he destroys the Avengers. The Avengers never lose, but this time they got their ass handed to them. They were defeated. They were dusted. So I think they need to be a bit quicker setting up the next big bad. Now, I'm not saying they don't need to bring like Doctor Doom or Galactus or the Beyonder or Living Tribunal in instantly, but a major teaser would be awesome. We've already had a massive teaser in the Doctor Strange movie, the Living Tribunal staff. I mean, if that's not more obvious that the Living Tribunal is one day going to come, I don't know what is. But it is a fantastic time to be a comic book fan. We've got so many great movies coming out. We've got Shazam coming out next month. We've got Avengers Endgame. We've got Dark Phoenix. I must be one of the few YouTubers who is excited to see Dark Phoenix, regardless to all the controversy around Dark Phoenix. Can't wait to see it. Then we've got Spider-Man Far From Home. Then we've got the Joaquin Phoenix movie. Then obviously next year, we've got the next Wonder Woman movie and a plethora of other movies. So it's a fantastic time to be a comic book fan, whether you're a DC fanboy or a Marvel fanboy, or if you're just like me, you just like watching cool movies. So it's so awesome. So guys, let me know, how would you introduce the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Deadpool into the MCU? Now, I think Deadpool is the biggest problem because you don't want to take away the kind of 15 category, like the swear words and the kind of the way he is, because that would change him. But at the end of the day, if you want him to be in the Avengers, they're going to have to massively tone him down. And Kevin Feige has made it clear, so clear, that Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, is the face of the MCU. But I was having a discussion with my research guy yesterday about whether Captain Marvel could actually replace Captain America or an Iron Man. And quite realistically, like I said to him, I just don't know. I really don't know. So do you think that Captain Marvel can replace Iron Man? Because we've had one outing of her, she was okay, decent-ish, but our opinions might change after Endgame. But essentially, she is going to be the forefront, the front runner in the MCU. But at the same time, there isn't going to be another Avengers movie for a while. They've not even announced it, so it's not like they're going to shove you straight into Avengers 5. But I do hope there is a massive tease set up for that. So we will be covering a lot more movies soon. Obviously, Spider-Man Far From Home, we are still waiting for the second trailer for that. And Eternals movie, there's a bunch of information coming out. So when more information comes out about different movies, then we will let you know. I already know that Marvel are really already working on movies. Like actually started to do in-house work on some movies. So it is just going to be a fantastic time to see what is going to happen in Avengers Endgame. Because I believe we are all going in blind. Because obviously the fake scenes, the fake trailers. It's just a fantastic time to be alive if you are a comic book fan. And Kevin Feige gives a post-Avengers Endgame update. So guys, let me know, who would you introduce first? And do you think Captain Marvel can be the front runner of the MCU? Can she hold her own? And please guys, be respectful. If you don't like the character, you don't have to be aggressive. Just if you don't like the character, just say that. But I think it's a fantastic future that we have going forward as comic book fans, because there's so many new franchises coming through with the Fox Disney deal. It's not really a merger because they've essentially bought them out. So some people call it a merger. They're not really a merger because Disney are now in control of Fox essentially. So it's not really a merger. But anyway, guys, like always, please like, subscribe and comment. If you do want to enter that competition to win tickets to meet Chris Evans and go to the red carpet event, just go on my Instagram stories. It's the first story that I did today. It will still be up for 24 hours after posting this video, so it will still be there. And I think you have to donate $10 for a chance to win, but it is a pretty cool prize. If you do win, you get flown out, 4-star hotel for 3 nights. It's pretty awesome prize for $10 if you do win. So, and also if you do want to win that Avengers Infinity Gauntlet, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel. Let me know down below, what is your favorite moment in the second Avengers trailer? And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.